Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks, where we rush home from a busy day of work just to talk about Fantasy Premier League. I'm Anwar, the FPL casual.
I'm ABK, the loyal supporter of the club at the top of the table.
and uh, and I'm Lukman, the sensible one. How's it going, boys?
Going good, going
Ain't
good.
too
going
bad.
Yeah.
Ain't too bad.
Not too bad.
ABK,
we got a. Yes, sorry, you saying-
went cycling over the weekend.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wanted, as in, to be honest, I want to do a lot more cycling than I want to do a lot more cycling lah. But then when I came here, it's just been so busy with school. I didn't expect it to be so busy, and then yeah. But it was
You found a
nice,
club,
lah.
ah?
No,
At least you got started.
Those guys were my classmates.
Oh, so they also bikers, ah? They have their own bikes.
Yeah, because like I'm doing a kind of a masters in a kind of urban mobility. So I think like lots of the people are quite
Like-minded people.
like-minded,
Last mile,
cycling fanatics.
last mile public transport. Last mile.
Yeah.
Anwar, how's your weekend? Anwar.
Yeah, it was good. Celebrated my anniversary, by the way.
Huh?
So
For how long?
lots of
How
football
many
to
years?
watch. 6 years married, 15 years together. So
Congrats,
it's
bro.
really long
15
time.
years together, wow.
15 years, man. Locked in early. Locked and loaded early. Yeah, so we dated for 9 years, then we got married for 6 lah. So
Nice.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats.
thanks.
ABK, what?
Yeah,
Maybe what you want to say?
your that one is so similar. Your anniversaries are quite near each other. Lukman, yours also coming, right?
Yeah, mine coming. No need to say, bro. It's okay. Hey, bro. Anwar,
Shy.
we OR'd 13 years ago, right? 13 years ago.
yeah, correct. Correct.
Anniversary.
Not,
Okay,
not the
okay.
best one, but yeah lah.
So basically,
ABK,
you were
yeah.
you already dating your current wife when you were doing NS, right?
Just before NS lah.
Just
So
before NS,
I did my transfer and then and then I had to lock it for 2 years.
Set and
Set and
forget.
forget.
Set and forget.
Yeah. Then watch it rise.
Alright. Okay. Let's get started. But before that, don't forget to follow us on all our socials, on IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Yep, and if you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to subscribe to us and give us that 5-star rating because it will really help us with our outreach.
Also, if you haven't, do join our Telegram group where we're running our FPL Prize League. I'm really looking forward to this spot, and without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. This is episode 92, back in Trent. Let's get into it.
Bos, kopi O1 bos.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks.
It's Freddie Young back again. Push out by Bartes. Wilson!
Right here. Right now.
What a piece of quick thinking!
Tall, Grande, Venti, where we put our purely biased, highly opinionated ratings of this game week. So in this segment, usually the one with the lowest rating, the possible lowest rating, go first. So I'm thinking,
It's me lah.
For second week running, right?
Yeah, I don't
How
want this to
is
be
it,
a
bro?
habit, I don't want this to be a habit. I think like my team is set up more like a form kind of team. So 56 points. So just a quick one, Ariola in goal. Again, like I said last week, it's a choice between who's gonna get the 3 points and one. So this time they split evenly lah. So and Ariola in goal, Guehi, Cash, Simikas, Kudos, San, Bremo, Diaby, Salah in midfield, Captain Salah, and then I have Haaland and Darwin up front. So I think if you guys follow us on the Telegram on Saturday morning, I think we had quite a bit of conversation. I think ABK was still asleep, so he wasn't really involved in that. Hence his Watkins in his team. I was convinced by Lukman, who was I think bent on pulling me down. But otherwise, it wouldn't have been too bad if Darwin had done something apart from the braids on his hair. And, and you know what pisses me off or not? Like, okay, Watkins didn't start, never mind. Watkins started, never mind. But my other two Aston Villa assets, right, Diaby and Cash were on the bench. I was like, oh shit, man, this is going to be a bad week. But thankfully, I think I think the saving grace was that I was still slightly above average, 2 points above average, red arrows all around. But the goals from the Liverpool team yesterday, whoo, I think quite a number of worldies. So because of that, I'll give myself a, let me see, closer to a 6.937, man. Back to the decimal points.
That's quite high.
That's quite high. For
What's
red
your rank?
arrow week.
Yeah,
How big was your rate? Or how small was it?
I think it was quite significant lah. So I dropped from like 250 to 450 in Singapore. So that's 200 ranks in Singapore, and then overall about 20k. So I'm at 55k.
55. That's not bad still.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Decent lah, decent. I say like quite lucky. I'm still like above average, so not too bad of a hit lah. So I was saved
Alright.
by Son and Kudos, who I wasn't expecting much from. Yeah.
True. Okay, I'll go next. I think I'm in the middle. My score was 70. So my transfers coming in, 2 free transfers, was to sell Adingra for Palmer and of course Watkins for Darwin. So far the transfers haven't worked. I was surprised to see Adingra start, especially when Mitoma is benched. But luckily Adingra didn't do anything, and I was surprised to see Palmer benched too, but that was because of injury. We'll talk about it later. So 70 points. My Newcastle duo came in clutch, and also Pickford. 7 points. Trippier, Gabriel, Tsimikas, Salah, Mbeumo, Palmer, Saka, Gordon, Darwin, and Captain Haaland. So another green from 2.1 to 1.6 million.
Solid, man, solid. On the first day, right, you got 44 points. I was like, whoa, look, man. My aim this week, right, after having 5 points at the first day, was just to beat that 44 points. I don't want it to be my banter of the week, man.
Yeah, I was at
Very solid,
1.1
very
million after Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's kind of crazy, like with Pickford, like at the start of the season, like we all like just want to rush up from him, and because you haven't played your wild card yet, you still have Pickford in your team.
Yeah.
He's the
and
one that's
Areola.
been clocking in the points. Areola has been just doing like 2, 1 point, 3
Yeah,
points.
Johnston also.
3 points. 1 or 3. Like one or
Should have gone to Kelleher, bro.
Oh, he was poor. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Let's
talk
not
about
start
it
now. Okay, quickly.
Okay,
go.
yeah. So I got a. Hey, so what was your rating? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so it's 70 points, so 7 out of 10. Because Liverpool won and City dropped points. Actually, it could be higher than 7 now, but since I got 70 points, right, I'll just put it at 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's like that,
Good
you always
week.
modest up top.
Yeah, for me, I really like this week. I got 72 points, highest of the 3 of us. I think after 4 consecutive red arrows, it's nice to have a green arrow, and it's a pretty big one. So I think kind of negates that 4 red arrows that I had previously, which were pretty small ones. Yeah, so I set up in a 4-4-2. Areola in goal. My defense is Gabriel, Cash, Trippier, Tsimikas. My midfield is Martinelli, Gordon, Saka, and Salah. And up front I have Watkins, and I captain Haaland this week. Yeah, so also similar to Lukman, I also have the 2 Newcastle guys. I brought in, my transfers this week were actually to bring in Gordon for Bowen. And then I actually finally brought in Salah for Son. Yeah, but then the thing it wasn't the best week to bring in Salah because like Son had a bigger haul than Salah. But I think in the long run, I think Salah will
Yeah.
get me the points lah. But I think I'm happy with my Gordon transfer. So 72 points, I moved up from about 1.4 million to about 950,000. So still within the 1 million ranking.
Nice,
So
nice.
really nice. And I think this week Arsenal kind of extended their lead in the top of the table because Man City dropped points. So I think it's a really good week for me, and I'll rate it 8 maybe 9. I'll just do a 9 out of 10.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Solid,
Would you
solid.
have sold Watkins if you had a free transfer?
No, I wouldn't have.
You sure?
Hindsight?
Why?
Or
He was doubtful coming to the game, bro.
If
He
I
was
had a free
doubtful.
transfer, I would have. Okay. If I had a
Darwin.
free transfer, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, that's the question.
Okay. If I had a free transfer, then I would have. But I wouldn't have brought in Darwin for him. I would have brought in
Isak.
Isak instead. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, fair. just trying to say he got lucky with. Okay, let's move on. No, with your
did,
because
he
you
did.
had fires to fight, right? If you had no fires to fight, you wouldn't have gotten his 11 points, which is super annoying.
I
But anyway,
was also going. As we mentioned just now, I went cycling so I couldn't really change before the deadline. So I was.
But your transfers?
Yeah, as in,
When
I
did you make
did
your
my
transfer?
transfers the day before, but I
Okay.
wasn't like in tune with all the transfer news. Like I saw the Telegram blow up, I couldn't read it until I came back from my cycling trip. Yeah.
How long you cycle, bro? Like 10 hours
I
kind
mean, no. Just like
Okay,
5
okay.
hours maybe. Yeah, but it was like the whole day lah. I mean, like within the day lah.
Alright,
Sometimes
okay.
it's the
Quick,
best, not to hear to the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a short turnaround. Let's try to keep it succinct as possible.
Succinct.
So, Brew of the Week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that had exceeded our FPL expectations and we feel might go into a hot streak of brewing form. So, the first one will be Newcastle. So, the most comprehensive 1-0 win I think I've watched ever. Because if you watch the game, I think Man United was so poor. So, of course, my boys, my Gordon and Trippier, that was the dream goal for us, right?
Yeah.
Dream goal. Like really orgasmic.
Couldn't ask for more.
I was like, that's it lah. Like when I saw the goal, I was like, okay, can already. Like, just close the shop now.
Yeah, nothing better. The best feeling in FPL is like that goal exactly. That your defender assists your attacker, and your defender is gonna monster haul if like he keeps a clean sheet, and he could have scored even more. Like his free kick was super unlucky again. He hit the woodwork like twice in a row in 2 games. So yeah, what else you wanna brew about Newcastle, guys?
Let's just look at some of the underlying stats of the game. So Newcastle had 58% ball possession. They had 2.5 XG, which I think was
That's
excellent.
a lot.
They had 22 shots, of which 4 were big chances. They missed 3 big chances. So it could have been a worse game for United.
Definitely.
And contrary, on the other end, we have United, who only had a 0.48 XG. And they had 8 total shots. So they didn't have any big chances. So it was United's first game against a top team, and I think they didn't show the same mental that they had against the last few opponents. Considering we just brewed them last week, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
as in, like, I also did mention last week, like although they were in our brew, like for me they didn't look convincing. Like I think, I mean it was a 3-0 victory last week. Yes, yeah, sure, give that to them. But then like on the defensive front, Everton created lots of chances against them. So I could see it coming, and I think it's just I think it's the players to be blamed. You can see Marcus Rashford's body language if you look at those highlights that they did.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. He wasn't even tracking back. I mean, like, of course, like the best players like Messi and all that don't track back. But then, like, if you're Rashford and then your team is struggling, you have to, put some effort in there. So body language from me, it's not there. So not great, I think.
Okay,
yeah, but I think
let's talk.
Give it to the Newcastle team.
Good performance.
I mean, good performance. I mean, they're pretty injury hit. They don't have Tonali, they don't have Wilson, they don't have lots of their players, but still they can churn out the results week in week out. I mean, they were pretty unlucky against PSG, right? On
The penalty, right?
On the weekday, yeah.
I think Jonathan got
excellent.
Jonathan has been performing quite well, man, these last few games. I mean, he's one of those players that do well for the team, but as an like a non-supporter, he's the kind of midfielder that you really hate to play against.
Yeah.
He's really dirty. He's got that. I don't know. But he's
He's a
turning up,
gangster.
man. He's just turning up for this team, man. So really surprised with Newcastle. And from a FPL perspective, I don't own anyone from Newcastle, basically because of the injury crisis and I didn't expect them to get the results that they get, and I think with this kind of form they move forward But Nick Pope is injured, right, from this game?
Yeah.
Not
Okay.
working
Wait.
for Dubrovka.
Before we go there, so Anu, are you planning to bring in any of Newcastle's assets in the short term?
Right now, I have a few games forward in mind, so I probably not move anything unless I fight to fight. Yeah.
Okay, so one particular asset that really caught the eye is Livramento, 4.3 million at left back. I thought he was quick, he was powerful, he had like the stamina to go up and down the wing, and he had the most penalty box touches also. I know it's menu, but it's still, I mean, Rashford wasn't helping Dalola, which made Livra look so good. But then again, he's so super cheap, and he's probably nailed after this kind of good performance. I would say. Yeah. I would say he will play most games. So at 4.3 million, I think if you're selling one of your Aldahils, right, or your Cabaret, I think you just he's prime.
Definitely. I think I give it to you for your analysis a few pod back. I mean, you were talking about how Livramento will come in, and then we were discussing about how they have the rest right back. And for him to come in at left back, I mean, Eddie Howe kept Trippier on the right back. For him to come in at the left back, now his natural position, I think he's doing pretty well, and he's young. So I think he's adapting very well. He looks like a very viable option as well at 4.3 million. So cash to him could be a consideration, but again,
Okay.
Again, like I said, I have some fires to fight. Then I'll keep the transfer first.
Let's talk Dubravka. So last I heard, right, 4 to 5 months out, shoulder injury for Nick Pope. He got the same injury I think 2 seasons ago. He was out for 3 months. So I think if you aggravate your same injury, you probably like take longer than 3 months. So I'm thinking Dubravka at 3.9 million. What do you think? Who you all want Areola, right?
Yeah. You don't give Karius a shout?
Correct. No. No chance.
Just
He
kidding,
won.
just kidding.
There's no chance. Yeah, there's no chance. Dubravka is Premier League. He got experience somewhere. I think Dubravka he's definitely a good pick. But then don't sell Areola. Sell Turner instead. In case like they buy like De Gea in January or some random goalkeeper. But yeah, I think for now he's a good pick. ABK, you agree?
Yep.
Dubravka?
I would do
Thinking of it?
Dubravka. Yep, definitely.
Are you thinking?
I
You're
actually
thinking
have lots of moves that I'm thinking about. Like I only got one transfer, but I got so many. As in, I wouldn't really say it's fires to fight also. Like I think it's just like no. As in, it's just like moves I could potentially make, but then like I don't know which ones that I should prioritize. You know, but I don't think that there are currently any fires to fight in my team.
Okay, game week 18, they have Luton away. It's a decent fixture, I think, even though it's Luton at home, right? But I still think it's a good fixture. And Trippier is on 4 yellow cards, so just keep that in mind. So is Cash, Matty Cash, if you guys are not aware of.
Since you're on Luton, right, I just want to give a quick shout to Luton at home. I think the atmosphere at Luton at home has been different ever since that Liverpool game. And the last time they won at home, I think it was mainly due to the crowd. So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a walkover against Luton at home. I actually find Luton at home a bit more challenging than if they were playing away. But yeah, I mean, again, it's Luton. They've got some defensive woes there. So Newcastle set would come good.
Saka captain next game week because their defense. Okay. Next Brew, let's do a quick one. I think Anwar suggested to Brew Burnley, even though Fotheringham was in goal. I don't know whether they deserve this, Brew, but I mean, it's 5-0 their biggest ever Premier League win in their history, ending a run of 9 consecutive home defeats. They lost 9 home games in a row, then win 5-0. Yeah. What you want to say about Burnley, guys?
Just a quick one. I mean, I'm gonna roast Lokman for his Fotheringham call for the rest of the season.
Baldo. Bro.
Hey man, listen, we're gotten a Baldock. no, Fotheringham, bro.
Hey, but to be fair, okay, my Baldock is an injury, bro. Right? It's not like a shit player. It's not a bad player.
Yeah, but to be fair, I said the wrong goalkeeper, so I supposed to make a mistake.
I know. But
okay.
This is the first time that I think Burnley met Sheffield like a similar like they played a lot in the last season in the Championship, and I think Burnley. I mean, I don't know whether it's just like the gulf in the class of players that they be meeting in the opposition, but in this game, Burnley actually played a very attacking football that like it was quite an interesting display I think when they were playing the Championship last season, when getting over 100 points, right, this was the kind of football that they were known for and I think what was interesting was that, okay, to be fair to Fotheringham, he was pretty bad, but the goals that were taken were well taken goals and yeah, I mean it's an interesting team again with the stats they had 64% possession, so that's quite a bit for Burnley this season. 1.81 xG, 19 total shots on target. They had 84% passing team. So this stats here, right, read a lot like Arsenal, reads a lot like City, and I don't know. I hope they get from where they are yesterday. Sorry?
There's a caveat because Sheffield was down to 10 men, right, at 2-0. So there's a
bit of a caveat. They were, but you still have to. Usually, the more defensive team, you will try those passes and all that, but they still maintain this kind of shape, this kind of form. So pretty decent all around. So I gotta give
their
them
talisman?
credit. I really don't know, man.
Okay, wait.
I saw Tresor playing though.
I only know him.
Okay. Let's just do one asset from Burnley. Each person. Who if you had ever to bring in one player, who will you bring?
Charlie Taylor, because he's 3.9, right?
Yep.
That's the only one.
I think a lot of players have Taylor. Not a lot I mean, like
Taylor
surprisingly, a lot of the.
Taylor's now 4.0 already. I think he's really increased in price.
Kenny started him. Kenny, you know the question he asked last week. He
bull
started
man,
him.
really bull move. Congrats, Kenny.
11 points. Good job.
Anwar, it's also Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
Okay, I actually go for someone a bit different. I know Taylor's a good pick. I mean, 3.9, you just put him in the last on the bench to replace Al Dahil or whatever. Yeah, but I'm actually going for this guy called Luca Kolyosho. I think he's really good.
yeah.
Citizen. Yeah.
He's
He's
good,
fast, like he's rapid, this guy. Like he's really fast, and I think he's gotten like 1 goal and 2 assists so far. But I think when I see him play, I think it looks quite promising. 5.0 million.
Play like him. What's that guy's name?
5.0.
Obenia, is it? Obenia from Luton.
He
This kind of
reminds me of Craig Somerville from Leeds last season, if you guys remember.
Yeah. the speed.
The same hairstyle lah.
No lah.
Same hairstyle. Huh?
No,
Different lah.
No.
Okay, maybe I got the wrong guy. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Roast of the week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that could have done much better this game week and deserve the roast coming their way. So we're gonna roast only one player. Okay, the question
you
from
gotta
Faris.
start the roast with the hair lah. I mean.
Wait. Faris asked a question, which is was Darwin's Mrs. bracket again or his schoolgirl hairstyle?
I give it to the haircut lah.
Haircut. I would say the haircut too. His missus were one of you was quite unlucky lah. So I'll go with the hairstyle.
I hope I don't see it anymore lah.
What do you think of it? Was it a miscommunication because he can't speak English with his hairdresser? Or what? I think it's got to be a miscomm, bro. Then it was too late. After you.
He said Jamaica, and then the guy's like, Jamila.
Miscomm, got to be miscomm. And then before it was too late, he couldn't do anything about it. Then he just, Anyway, Darwin, let's talk about Darwin. I think he has hit the post 5 times this season. Me and Anwar bought him. I think a lot of people bought him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope it's not because of me, but he fluffed like 2 good chances. He hit the post. You know the one he hit the post, right? He hit the post so many times that it can't be unlucky so many times, right? Is he just a bad finisher?
He hit the woodwork once last game. But I mean, over the course of the season, quite a number of times.
Yeah, 5 times. 5 times. More than
he
3
missed
more
2
than
big
any other
chances
player.
yesterday. 2 big
Yes.
chances, so I think that's quite useful for striking against this opposition. And I think, I don't know,
4
like
goals.
like the hope for many of us, not even Liverpool fans, but I think in as a fantasy Premier League manager as well, you're just waiting for the floodgates to open, but it's not opening because if you look at the international team under Bisla, right, like the Uruguay national team, he's been performing, man. So I'm not sure if it's just how to say like unlucky. Because he gets himself into good positions, but he misses it. I don't know. It could be psychological as well. And I really want him to do good. I think he's got 2 more games, decent games for him to do well. But my concern is that I'm not sure if Klopp will be as patient with him. Not saying that as patient. I mean, with Gakpo on the bench, it could be a potential shoe-in as well. Yeah, so
Jota also could play up front as well, no?
Jota is
Jota is
injured,
injured.
I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
ABK, what do you think of Darwin? Yeah, what do you think of Darwin?
yeah, as in, I mean, not great lah. I mean, the misses, but I think I'm also wary because like the fixtures are piling up over the next coming few weeks, right? So I think there could be potential for rest also. Like it could happen as
I
soon
agree.
as this week. So
But 20
I have to
minutes,
admit lah.
20. But 20 minutes against Sheffield United, I'll take it. I will fancy at least 1 assist.
but I have to admit it. I mean, going into this transfer, right? Isak was the more logical choice.
Yeah.
But I went
Really?
with the heart. I just feel that he's more nailed than Darwin, at least from a very basic level analysis. Is more nailed than
there's
Darwin
this,
for these next few games.
There's this
Actually-
very popular manager called Fabio Borges. I think he's one of like the one is lauded as
Borges,
the
mm.
best manager, FPL manager of all time or something, because of his consistency in getting all the ranks. He also did this move from Watkins to Darwin.
Actually,
I went to a hit now.
I was thinking of
Yeah.
Isak too, but then the nailed part, right? Because Newcastle have a Champions League game, right? That they have to win. So I was thinking like Darwin can be rested in the Europa League game, right? So I'm thinking maybe Darwin in the short term will be slightly more nailed than Isak. That was my thinking. That's why
Yeah.
I went with the big D, but so far not good. Not good.
But that being said, right now I have a triple Liverpool in my lineup. So that's Simikas, Salah, and Darwin. And I'd rather have that than Comin, Kelleher, Simikas, and Salah. Comin was just so bad, man. I love to roast him
Kelleher
to-
Rabats, yeah. He's
Like
so
like
bad.
if you haven't made the move and you think of a cheap goalkeeper, right? He's not your short fix, guys. He's not your short fix.
It's a pity that he went very downhill, right? I mean, he won the League Cup and FA Cup, right, for us. But then from
Yeah.
there, right, he just
I don't know,
went
like,
downhill.
I just
I
think
mean,
his
as a
form-
keeper, you need to be playing, man. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you can see just Ramsdale how many games away, and then you can
Correct,
see
correct.
how rusty and how lack of confidence.
But I think
is.
he was trying to push for a summer move as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Like not
Yeah.
exactly push lah, but he was open to a transfer. So I guess that plays part psychologically as well. So I'm not surprised if Adrian is given a shot.
Oh,
So-
bro, his was I think. He's so bad.
But one-on-one shot stopping is much better, man. He will save Tete's goal, two
yeah.
goals. The two goals that
Maybe,
he
yeah.
let, the first two
I
goals
don't
that he
know.
let in was just shot stopping, in my opinion.
But Adrian also quite bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. We
Or
got
get
Peter
the
Luga.
youngster, Peter Luga, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. But Kelleher really cannot, man. I really think he's his confidence. But anyway,
I think
I think
you guys need
Mingwang-
to call back Loris Karius.
The
Okay,
year in
wait.
January.
Okay, you know, Ming Wong said Gabriel Jesus had the 2 assists to the assister, right? I think Darwin also had 2 assists to the assister. So he was involved, and for the good of the team, non-FPL wise, I think he's still okay. Like I think he's not like he's played poorly and that club will drop him. I still think he's our main threat. So I'm pretty sure his minutes will be pretty high lah. So yeah, so we have to hope for
But
that. I
again-
won't buy him now, but I wouldn't. I think having him is there's still a bit of hope.
Yeah, there
Hope
is
that
hope
kills.
lah. At the end of the day, right? Like I think this Nunes, right? He looks like, I mean, he doesn't look like the brightest spark on the team lah, but he looks like he overthinks things quite a bit sometimes lah. Like he's not playing with that freedom
bro.
from his form, I think.
Speaking of nailness, right? Luis Diaz also had such a poor game, right? I think he will be dropped first, right? Ahead of before Darwin, right? I thought Luis Diaz was quite bad yesterday. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Like like I would say we were lucky to get a win.
Yeah.
I mean, the
It was
goals
stupid
that we
game, man.
scored were crazy, man. We were crazy.
How unlucky TA is not to get the goal.
Goal,
Because I think it
But our own
kind of-
goal, lah.
Yeah, it's an
Own
own
goal.
goal. It bounced off the post and hit Leno and then went in. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Ruled as.
Okay.
Unlucky because we got 2 goals.
Wait, but
Hey,
we're
wait,
talking about
any
Trent,
thoughts
right?
on TA?
Yeah. 8 million now, though.
That's it.
A bit too pricey, but he seems to be shushing the crowd quite a bit. 2 winning goals in 2 games against City, and now
We didn't win City, right? Not winning goal.
okay, now not winning goals, like two important goals.
Yeah. He's a
He
good
was a
asset.
winner,
I mean,
man.
that's why he's 8 million, right? That's why he's 8 million. But yeah, shout out to friend of the pod Zofir. He actually bought Trent
I saw that.
somehow. I don't know how he went from Colville to Trent, but I think he sold somebody. I forgot lah. But yeah, congrats, bro. Great pick. He got Trent and Trippier, so he's playing a different game. Big at the back for most of us, and he just overtake me lah. That's why he overtake me in the ranking. So he's
But actually,
like, yeah, that's why.
not too bad now if you think about it that way, because we don't have that many striker options up front, right? We're always
Yeah.
discussing about.
But he
like,
doesn't have Salah.
Darwin.
He doesn't have
Oh,
Salah. That's
okay,
why.
But if you go with a 4-5-1, do you think it's viable to bring like Trippier and Trent in?
I don't like that. It's less flexible. That tactic.
Or maybe can Semenyo and Archer, bro. Okay, maybe can. Semenyo. and Archer.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, but
Anyway, good to see. I think the 4 goals from midfield yesterday. We consider Trent from midfield, but you know, if you consider like from the yesteryear, right, our midfields combined will probably score 4 goals in a season. So it's good to see 4 goals from a midfielder, like you know, change of.
McAllister goal was
All goals were
a
nice.
bit
like,
a bit lucky, yeah, but what a goal, man! I thought it was Soboslai, you know. Then when the camera zoomed to him, right, like solid, man, it's McAllister and Wataru. I think like I was roasting Liverpool, right, for missing out on Saicedo and Lavia and getting in Endo, right. But I think Endo's impact on this team, even though bit part, has been more crucial than what the other two have been doing with
Where's
Chelsea.
Lavia? What happened to Lavia?
He's in Chelsea injured. Still
Yeah.
injured.
So if we bought him, he'll still be injured.
Yeah, which should have been quite dumb, spending 80 million on that. On hindsight.
Okay, anyway. Okay, let's move on. Anything else on Liverpool? Top table clash, Game Week 18, Liverpool against Arsenal and FA Cup third round. So, will it be a top table clash? Do you think City will? Okay, speaking of City, we'll move on to segment Kopi Takeaways. We'll be tackling burning questions head on and discuss key assets to look out for. So let's start with that crazy game. I think, I don't know, why don't you guys start? I don't know where to start, man.
I think I'll start with a shout out to Lemon Quack. He mentioned in the
Yeah, what
Telegram
do
chat.
number one.
He was doing he's number one. Is he still number one? in Singapore?
Premonitions.
He is still number one.
In
And
Singapore, yeah. So I mean, shout out to him for like helping out with all the Rate My team threads on Telegram. Really helpful. I think he also did mention he was gonna captain Salah. I mean his call didn't really go the way, but he did mention that Tottenham has always been a boogie team for City. It's like a draw every time. So like for him to get the call right, like I think that's the reason why he's number
Crazy,
one.
man. Okay, let me just read this out. I got this premonition start on my phone. So his first call was, I feel Spurs is a true boogie team for City and I'm predicting a 1-1 or 2-2 scoreline. So it's 3-3, that's pretty close. I feel Liverpool could get at least 3 goals against Fulham. They got 4. Right, and the only thing that he missed out a bit I mean, not too bad. He said Salah or Darwin could outscore Haaland or at least equal points. 5-7 is pretty close Yeah. So I mean, Lemon, you gotta start putting in more premonitions, man. We need more of this, man. I don't think you got a crystal ball, man. Where do you buy that? Share the link.
Okay, just to temper it, if Haaland, right, you see his misses now, bro. How did he? I think we should have roasted him. Right, his 2 big chances, right, was easier than Darwin's one, in my opinion. But the fact that he still returned, right, I guess he wasn't worth the roast, but he missed so many big chances. And also, this is the first time in his career, right, that he registered 5+ shots in a game, but failed to keep even one on target. So yeah, FYI, he had a poor game.
And since we're on City, right, Rodri is on his 5th yellow card, so I think he'll miss the next game. Grealish also.
And they're playing against Villa away.
Yeah, Watkins.
So and I think we spoke about how
Wait, Watkins
City
is also suspended?
No, I think Watkins will have a good game. I mean, I fancy him. Yeah.
Let's see what Lemon Quack says.
correct. And we've been talking about how City looks like a different team without Rodri. So Villa, I'm hoping that I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Cash and Derby's on the bench was a rest against City.
Yeah.
So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed.
For that reason, because Rodri is not in the team next game, I'm also not going to captain Haaland. I think that's for sure. I'm not going to captain Haaland. It's just a matter of who I'm going to captain instead of Haaland.
Now you can say that
Egyptian
with
king.
Salah.
I got stuck.
Now I have Salah. I can choose a lot more options.
So the experiment lasted all of 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
I mean, I'm
won,
still.
Not sure who was, then he got in Salah. What?
The points per million, right? You should do some analysis on that, ABK. Your points per million point or not going to Salah. Maybe end of season part.
Maybe. But to be fair, as in I didn't really didn't really hurt me so much,
Yeah.
Like I'm
not,
still
not too bad. Not
within
too bad.
1 million rank. I think I'm quite decently ranked. It's like it's not as though I'm like beyond repair or something like. So I mean I'm okay.
Yes.
But good job,
Salah's been
Spurs.
getting
I
the
think
points.
consistent. But good job, Spurs. I think we are Liverpool and Arsenal fans, right? That was a great equalizer. I think when Kulu equalized, we were jumping, I'm sure. But yeah, any assets? Okay, for City, okay, they blank in 18, right? So I don't think we can talk much about them. I think let's talk about Spurs. Who are we liking? I think Son is still a good pick. I think Son over Saka.
I'm keeping Son for a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. What do you guys think of Kulusevski? I think he's been picking up quite a bit, like the last couple of games. I mean, Brennan Johnson also looks quite live wire on the right flank. I think he's not too.
Richarlison is back. Richarlison is back. So
Kulu,
I wouldn't go for Brennan. Yeah, I'll go for Kulu if you want, but I don't know. I'm not feeling Kulu. I still think he's not good enough.
He's
Not worth the
player,
price.
hot and cold. I mean, like the games that he can get a goal and assist, but I mean, there will be two games without any returns.
But give it up to Spurs the way they play against City, right? They were very, I won't say calm on the ball, but they were very bold in keeping possession, in trying to pass the ball around, even with City's high press. I mean, Bissouma lost the ball once or twice. That was quite bad. But the last one, I think they got lucky with the last call. No, I thought it was an advantage. Should have been played.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. What do you think happened there? Crazy,
I don't know, man.
Alan was
it's the same referee. Yeah, that was a crazy. He really played advantage, right? Then he blow. I don't know, man. That's crazy. I mean, but yeah. Anyway,
I just want to say, like, the first half when Spurs played, they totally dominated
it should
by
be
Man City.
5 goals.
It was
Should be 5
bad,
goals.
but then, like, I don't know what Big Ange said in the second half, but second half they looked a totally different team, and they actually got more possession than City in the second half. But I mean, like, the XG is still telling they actually scored 3 goals from 0.5 about 0.5 XG.
Yeah,
Spurs,
below that.
so
That, yeah.
yeah, so that's kind of.
I think it's really drop points. I think City should have, in first half, should have scored at least 4 goals, minimum. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to questions. Quick one. So Russell from Instagram is asking, is it justifiable to take out cash for a -4? Would you consider James or Porro as replacements? Okay, so let's assume his defenders are all not playing. So will you play cash against Man City, or would you take a -4? Let's assume he got like Al Dahil and whoever, a dead guy. What do you think?
I would keep cash.
Yeah.
You just play him.
Just play him.
Okay.
So
Anwar?
another move that I wanted to move this week was I was considering taking a hit on cash, to take a -4 hit for cash to bring in another defender, because that was initially my no, I'm just giving you my thought analysis here. I haven't gone into who I wanted to bring in, but yeah, that was one of the moves. Then when I thought about it, should I take a hit on cash going out? Then I mean, at the end of the day, if he doesn't play, it's a 0. But if I take a hit and and the other guy doesn't return, then it's a guaranteed -4. So
Okay.
I don't think you should take a hit for cash. I mean, he's still important player to Aston Villa.
He's not injured or anything.
Yeah, for what it's worth, right?
We mentioned about Rodri's absence, and then I think City will find it a tough time to break down Villa away. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I think Konsa played right back, right, and he had a hard time against Semenyo in the left wing. So I'm feeling maybe Cash will come back at right wing against Man City, so to cover for Doku. So I'm pretty confident he will play, but he's against Man City, so you can't expect much. And also
we also mentioned how he played in the Europa League game, right?
Cash?
Cash, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember.
In the European fixture or something. I think he's the only one that wasn't rested or something.
Yeah. But anyway, James and Porro are the 2 defenders I'm actually looking to buy before game week 18. So I like those options, but not a -4 lah. I think free transfer, go for it. I love Porro and James and Reece James. He's back after suspension. Reece the beast.
Yeah. Speaking on that, what about Palmer, man? He didn't start last game.
Yeah, I think he's injured, right?
He's actually LFC.
Yes. FPL Milo Dino. Any concerns with the benching of Palmer and Cash? So we answered Cash, right? I think he'll come back. And long term, okay. One more thing about Cash, right? In game week 18, he has a good fixture, Sheffield at home, but we don't know whether he'll start. So maybe that's not a good thing. But anyway, Palmer, Pochettino said after the game that he had a knock in training, and then he wanted to rest him because there's midweek games coming. So I'm pretty confident Palmer will start the next game, and we see how important he was, that he even came on to kind of show up the game with 10 men. So I still think Palmer is fine.
So Chelsea is back-to-back red cards for the captain. After
Rabak.
James and then rabak, man. Leadership.
Rabak.
Hashtag
What you
leadership.
think? Anwar got no Palmer, right? You're not
I
a
don't
Palmer
have
fan,
Palmer.
right?
Yeah, not a
You're
Palmer fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I only realized he was missing from the game when I saw Enzo step up for the penalty. That's like, why Palmer not taking it? That's how.
Really, man? You watched the game,
I
man?
don't notice him. As in, it was streamed together with the other game, right? So it was showing like the penalty for the Chelsea, and then why is Enzo taking the penalty? It's like, he doesn't.
ABK, do you remember he scored in the Charity Shield for Man City? You remember not?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
It's an open goal.
Kenny.
It's a
Good goal, bro.
open
It's a good goal.
open play, not like a penalty goal.
Yeah. He doesn't take penalty for Man City. Yeah. Anyway, that's something he's good lah. I'm just making the point that Palmer is good. Anyway, Kenny, our friend, is this the week to go goalkeeper shopping?
I think there's no
Christmas
week to
is
go
coming.
goalkeeper shopping. I mean, there's nothing in the market that's worth buying.
No lah.
When they got sale on keepers or something that I
In the
missed
words
out.
of Anwar, it's a choice between 3 points and 2 points. Whatever.
Dubravka. No, but I really like Dubravka. I think
Dubravka could be
Dubravka.
interesting.
Yeah, but sell Turner, and then actually I saw a tweet, right? Dubravka and Ariola has a good rotation fixture rotation in the medium term. So if you want to go there, I think it's fine because I don't know, man. West Ham is not going to keep a lot of clean sheets. And Dubravka he's good, right? He's a decent keeper, right?
I mean,
Decent.
yeah, but I mean he hasn't played in a while, so I mean you have to consider that fact.
But I mean, the way Newcastle play, they don't really rely on the goalkeepers too much to distribute the ball. So I think in terms of replacing Nick Pope, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Anyway,
good point.
I just want to bring up,
Yeah.
anything else on Dubravka?
Nothing. Let's go.
Yeah. So no, I just want to bring up Saka lah. I mean, I watched the game, Arsenal game, and you know at the start of the season I was saying like Saka is just one good touch away from being a good player, and I thought that the last game he played really well. I mean he controlled the ball really well. Really impressive. The build-ups, the decisions that he made, the pass to Martinelli, to Odegaard, the Odegaard goal. That was really very, very skillful. In fact, if I were to move out of Son, my first move would be to Saka.
Yeah.
I think Saka, not having Saka is I think he's gonna just go up from here lah. How's his injury status? Like he had some niggles a couple of weeks back. Is he good from that?
It seems like his injury has always been limited to niggles and I think he's never not made the team squad this season so far.
Yeah,
it's always like I think just bench only if he had a nickel. Yeah, I think
ABK?
One thing to say about him also is that I think he plays so much better with Odegaard in the team. Like when without Odegaard in the team, it just looks like a different side on the right side.
No, actually, if Odegaard plays well, he plays well. But if Odegaard has an off day, he will probably have an off day. Or maybe the whole team. I think Odegaard stepped up in this game.
But to be fair, the goal that he took, right? Like I thought it was composure.
Lucky, bro.
No, I would. On any other days, I would say it's lucky lah. But for him to actually take a look up and then take the far post option, I think that is that improvement that I've seen him.
I say it's lucky that the ball ricocheted to him, but the finish is good. Yeah,
because
don't take offense,
right,
Kenny.
honestly, like Saka, right? Like I see a lot of Salah in Saka. Salah in Saka. Yeah, I mean like a left-footed right winger who's like people assume that the only thing that he can do is he can dribble past players. But if he adds the element that Salah has in terms of bringing other players into the game that he has in this season, right? I think Saka is a brilliant player.
I agree.
So I take
if
back my calls from the start of the season.
I think if we sell Salah for 200 million to Saudi, right, I will pay 150 for Saka. I think he's worth that money. He's that good. He's so good. But anyway, but for FPL, right? Why not?
Because he plays for the team at the top of the table.
Oh, bro. For now, bro. Don't relax. Anyway, for FPL, right, I'm still thinking. Remember, ABK asked me Son or Saka, right? I'm still Son. Still Son. I think we've seen Arsenal. I think only first half they played well, right? But that's his first goal since game week 7. So yeah, it's still hold your horses. But Saka, good pick. I mean, I won't buy Saka. Are you thinking about buying Saka?
No, I was saying that I have Son, right? So if at any point in time that I feel like
I won't do that.
The first one is to Saka, but not this week.
I don't think I will sell Son. I mean, I don't think it's Son to Saka. I mean, Son is so good. Such a good pick. Right? Anyway, speaking of Son, right? Just quick one. Okay, game weeks 21 to 24, right, will be affected by AFCON and Asian Cup, depending on how far the country will go. So for someone like Son, right, Korea will go far, right? So he'll probably miss 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 4 game weeks. So there's Salah, there's Mbeumo, there's Kudus, there's Mitoma, there's Adingra. These are the popular assets. Just FYI to plan.
But on top of that, right, I think Son has already got his exemption from his NS from winning the last Asia.
But he will play, right?
I mean, like he will play. I mean, like if let's say the team needs him, and then like they're on an injury crisis, it's still like some room for him to like come back and play, in my opinion.
Okay.
What do you think?
But I think he'll play, I don't know.
Okay. We see how. I mean, like the last one, he really wanted to go because they were saying like if he wins this, then he gets.
Actually, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And all this, yeah. So let's see, because they have quite a number of attacking options there. They got Huang Hichan, they got like Kang
the guy, I forgot his name.
Kan In Lee, the PSG guy.
PSG one. There's another one, the World Cup one, the striker. What's his name? Forgot.
Which one?
Ang Jun Hwan.
Song Wee Yong.
Song Wee Yong
for Lions.
Hey, but VK, do you know? I forgot about what Anwar said. Do you think Son will play? I think he will play. Right? He's a big.
I mean,
tournament,
I think
Sure,
I think naturally they
so.
will go
I
and
mean,
play
like, why
lah.
would he miss out? Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
They're favorites.
Yeah.
But anyway, if they're out in the group stage, right, they could only miss one game week. So you can bet on Salah. Hopefully Egypt doesn't do well. I mean, but just something to take note. Anyway, let's move on. Off the menu pick, differential pick less than 5%. Recap from last week.
I updated the
So-
spreadsheet this week, so maybe I'll just run through.
All right.
Can.
So,
So another injury crisis for
another
ABK.
injury crisis today.
You
seems
don't
like
switch, yeah.
unlucky, yeah. Yeah, I think like when I was writing my post, I was like, he's really injured. Like, can I
Why am I-
can I change it? You know, like, I don't mind going
Cannot,
for
yeah.
Beto or what.
But Beto was bad, man.
Yeah, okay. So, a big DCL. Unfortunately, he didn't play. Injury, 0 points. Lukman. Yeah, I mean, I'll start with the community first. Community Jesus, 2 points. Quite unlucky. As Kenny Keegan said, he got 2 assists to the assist.
Hockey assist. Hockey
Yeah,
assist.
hockey
Call
assist.
it hockey.
Anwar, Olise, 2 points. Also,
For turning up.
yeah, 2 points for turning up. Yeah. And the winner for this week, right, with the most unlikely one, I feel like. I really thought when he mentioned this person, I was like, oh, he surely won't win this week.
The goal also have Taiko.
And then like when I saw like the updates on my Telegram, I was like, oh, this guy scored. I was like, oh man.
The ball fell on his feet in front of
Lukman,
goal,
8
man.
points, Neil Maupe. Give it to you, bro. Like,
Yeah,
like
nice,
you
nice.
deserve this
Good job
one.
by me.
Good job by
Good
you.
job.
You have it all
What
going
the-
for you, huh?
Who's your pick, ABK?
I
Did you
got
mention?
this year.
Oh, okay.
Injured.
Okay, let's move. So this, Anwar, why don't you do the community this week? Are you on the Telegram?
Yeah. So, okay, so the community... have you closed the poll yet? Or are we still leaving it
I
open
haven't.
for a while more?
Just leave
Okay,
it
we'll
open.
leave it
As
open
in-
for a
as-
while more lah.
No, just close it. Just announce now. I will close it now.
That's okay. Lukman is taking the final decision. So for community pick this time, you guys go ahead of us. We got quite a number of interesting picks here. Anthony Robinson versus Nottingham Forest. Pablo Sarabia.
Lemon quack.
Lemon Quack was the one suggested
Sarabia?
Anthony Robinson.
Yeah.
wow.
He suggested
Yeah,
Robinson.
Gotta get him in, man. Gotta get him in.
This guy got a crystal ball, bro.
Yeah. Sarabia and Cunha, and then Olise and Edward. So with 37% of the votes, the community pick for this week is Mikel Olise versus Bournemouth. So I like to think of myself as a bit of an influencer.
Well,
So if Olise, I mean I picked Olise this week, right?
Oh,
And the community felt like, you know, hey, this guy's got a pretty good eye for this kind of players. Nah, I'm just kidding. So yeah, Olise for the community pick. So for me, I'll just go with my pick first since they picked
Alright.
Olise against Bournemouth. I'm going to choose someone from Bournemouth who I thought was pretty live wire the last game. It's Semenyo from Bournemouth.
alright.
That's my
He's a good
pick
player.
for this week. Let me see. Semenyo. Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's got some pretty decent points lah this season.
Yeah, he
So
was good.
4.6 million, 3.5%. Hair
Semenyo
better
over
than
Archer.
Darwin Nunes.
Semenyo over Archer in my wildcard team. As my bench for sure. Anyway, ABK, why don't you go next?
Yeah, I'm torn between 2 players. I think
Which
I
team?
so my first player is actually Kai Havertz from Arsenal. I think
What?
against Luton he will play. I think
Why?
he will-
Ahead of who?
Rotation.
ahead of Trossard. Yeah.
Oh, Trossard. Okay.
Yeah. But I think I will go for instead of Havertz, I'll go with Anthony Ilanga from Nottingham Forest.
I pity him. He's going to get injured tonight. Alright. So my
Have a
pick.
knock.
Yeah. Ilanga, man. Get well soon. Anyway, my pick is my pick is Spurs player, 0.1% on 4.8 million midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso. So 2 goals in the last 2 games, and he has a decent home game versus West Ham next. So that is my pick, the Argentinian.
Well taken goals, also, both goals.
Yeah, great goals. The Man City goal.
Yeah, correct.
Great goal. Anyway, move on to our teams. Who wants to go first? Should I go first? I go first. All right. So, hoping to roll the transfer because short turnaround. Anyway, the deadline is think 2 a.m. Singapore time, if I'm not wrong, but it's Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. Okay, so my team is 3-5-2. I'm setting up Pickford in goal, Trippier, Gabriel, Tsimikas. My captain is on Salah. I think it's quite an easy pick, even without Rodri. I think even if Rodri was playing, I think Sheffield just let in 5 goals, right? I think it's pretty straightforward captaincy, in my opinion. Mbeumo, Palmer, Saka, Gordon, who is yellow flag, Darwin, and vice captain on Haaland. So my bench is Turner and Cash, and Bayer and Archer. So I'm planning to roll my transfer. So in game week 16, I'm planning to sell Bayer to either Porro or Reece James, and then in 17 I'll sell Tsimikas to one of them also, and then in blank game week 18 I'll have 2 free transfers hopefully. I will sell I'll sell Haaland to get back Watkins, and then Mbeumo to Son, and then I'll walk out in game week 19. So that is my plan until I walk out in 19.
You're really playing some 3D chess here, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Any comments?
Thoughtful.
Wait, any comments?
No, because I feel like our teams are pretty similar, so I don't really have comments. Yeah, I guess looking at your team and my team, the only difference is that the keeper is different. Mbeumo, I have Martinelli over Mbeumo, and I have Watkins instead of Darwin. Yeah, so same as Lukman, 3-5-2. Areola in goal, Gabriel, Trippier, Tsimikas as my defenders. It's exactly the same as Lukman. Palmer, Martinelli, Gordon, Saka, Salah. I'm also gotten my captaincy on Salah. I'm going to put my vice cap on Saka though, instead of Haaland. And then up front I have Watkins and Haaland. Yeah, so my bench is Turner, Cash, Archer, and Al-Dahil. I got no fires to fight, to be honest. I can roll my transfer, but maybe I'll think about doing Turner to Dubravka just to upgrade my keeper. But the only
this game week.
Yeah, because Dubravka is playing Everton and then Areola is playing Tottenham away. Just that the only thing is that if I were to do that, then I will lock myself into a triple Newcastle, and I cannot bring Isak in if I want to for Watkins. Yeah, so I have to think about that also. Yeah,
I don't know. I think Watkins
could be something I want to do also.
But Watkins is a hold though, because 18 he has Sheffield at home. I think if you don't sell him now, I think you will hold him until 18 minimum. So I don't think you can worry about it.
His fixtures aren't that great. He's playing Man City next, and
Arsenal,
he plays Arsenal, and then Brentford, and then he has an easy fixture against Sheffield, and then he plays United away. Yeah,
but you need him in 18. I think his captaincy option in 18. So I think you need him in 18. So if you're not selling him now, I think it's okay to get Dubravka and
lock myself into the triple Newcastle. Yeah,
it's fine. Should be okay.
So to answer Kenny's question, it's a good time to shop for goalkeeper, right? Look, ABK.
ABK.
Like budget shopping, not you don't go like luxury shopping.
Wait, are you planning to sell Martinelli?
Yeah. Not this week though, because I mean against Luton away, I wouldn't want to sell him.
Who are you looking at? Anyone in the market?
Actually, Mbeumo, to be honest, but Mbeumo also has that blank in 18, so
it's too late. I think it's too late.
Too late. Maybe Kudus is a nice pick. I think.
Ooh, nice pick. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. For my team, I'm putting Johnston ahead of Areola this week.
What is the points?
So I think he's going to get 3 points and Areola going to get 1. So Johnston in goal. In defense, I have Guehi, Cash, and Tsimikas. In midfield, Kudus, Son, Mbeumo, Diaby, Salah. And up front, Haaland and Darwin. Captaining Salah, vice cap on Haaland. And then on my bench, I've got Areola, Archer, Kabori, and Al-Dahil. So one of the things that I realized that I overthinked a little bit following like a decent run in games, right, was trying to get in a transfer that was non-template, maybe a bit more differential. And I don't know, like I got lucky only with Kudus, I would say. But otherwise, my defense, like Cash, Guehi, I won't say Cash, like Guehi and someone else, like Darwin, has not been paying off. So I don't have any fires to fight. I'm actually naturally coming in last among the 3 of us, right? Like you want to make like some changes to the team, but I'm holding my horses there. I'll probably roll a transfer for this week, and I like an opportunity to breathe and to find a way to improve my bench. So in game week 16 with 2 free transfers, hopefully, I'm actually continuing taking a hit to move 3 players around to get to
Okay.
improve my bench and my team.
Let's hear it. Do you have the plan? The 3 transfers?
Yeah, so I'm
No.
actually I say not say plan, but I know who are the players that I want to move out. So I've
Who?
got Diaby, Cash, and maybe Kabore, and then I'll see where I move around in those. Yeah. So we see
Okay,
how we go.
okay. But as I said, Diaby and Cash has a good feature in blank gateway 18. So, but I guess okay.
Yeah,
Cash.
but they seem to be falling out of favor with Emery.
Yeah, that's
so
true. That's true.
Leon Bailey started the game. He did really well, and I think natural replacement for Diaby with Bailey. So we see how that goes.
But bro,
Yep.
I know you're still in a good position, man. Chill, man.
Yeah, decent
pressure.
position. I mean like the emotions just from poor game week is to do something about it. What right? Yeah.
Right,
So we see
That's right,
we
yeah.
see how that goes lah. I mean
55k is it? Good spot, bro.
Yeah,
No pressure.
decent. Yeah.
That's all. Sure.
Yeah.
We'll talk about. Okay, we are potting. Wait, just to say, because we will talk about your transfers. Next game week, right? You're gonna make 3 transfers. Right? We'll talk about it. We are planning to pot on Friday. Post game week for 15 and just before game week 16. So it's a short turnaround. Hopefully you guys can squeeze in a listen maybe on a Saturday or just before the deadline. And let's move on to the mini league. So the top 3 is still the same. So in third place, we have Gary Au with the team name Teh Si Sui Tai. In second place, we have Derek with the team name Derek Fantasy. And in first place again, we have Lemon Quack. Is that his real name, Lemon? I'm not sure. Lemon, is that your real name? Anyway, you 4th straight game week at the top. And you went, he listened to this pod, I remember. He did answer about the no Mbemo, so he does listen to the pod. Thanks for listening to the pod, bro. But he went without Mbemo, as he mentioned in the Telegram. His transfer was Watkins to Darwin. So he did that transfer that lost out on 9 points. So he got a red arrow from 158 to 219 overall. But he's still first in Singapore. So his team, he got 62 points, which is still decent. Just a small rate. His team is Areola, Simikas, Saliba, Trippier, Saka, Gordon, Palmer, Captain Salah. So he went with... that's what he mentioned, right? So he did Captain Salah, Darwin, Haaland, and Julian Alvarez. So his bench is Turner, Huang Hee Chan, and Taylor and Mitchell. So yeah, good job, bro. I wonder what you're doing next. You're probably going to roll the transfer,
Yeah.
I guess.
Just wanted to say thanks again for answering the questions on Telegram. Because
Yep.
our idea creating this Telegram group is not just for us to answer questions, but also for the community to talk to each other and to have someone like you who's the number one in the in the whole Singapore answering questions. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. So thanks.
And also tell us why are you in a mini league called We Hate Arsenal. Yeah, you can explain that to ABK. He would like to know. I'm just joking. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So
ABK?
guys, once again,
Yep.
sorry guys, once again, thank you for all your support so far. Really appreciate. I'm meeting Lokman this Thursday to talk about how we want to move forward with this podcast, see how we can improve some stuff. It's been a really busy December for me at least. So November, December, usually the year-end stuff right at work. So if you don't see a lot of posts on IG, I apologize for that. But we'll try to see something that's a lot more sustainable and how we can engage you on there. So if you have any suggestions, again, feel free to drop us a DM, speak up in the Telegram group. We're more than happy to take on your suggestions.
Yep. So the Telegram group, just to remind everyone, is where we give out our Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner of our league. Yeah. So we're gonna close this league on game week 35, as we mentioned in the last spot. So you may find this league code at the Telegram channel where we administer this league and we do the interactions with our community here.
Yeah. ABK, we are planning to pot midday on Friday. You are okay waking up early?
Yeah, I'm actually going on holiday, but I will wake up, I think. I'll bring my mic and I'll wake up.
Nice, that's commitment. All right. Anwar, anything else before we close it?
All the best,
Nothing
guys. Midweek game, try to catch some sleep. Don't miss. If you want to take MC lah. Yeah, end already. Right? Few more days left.
Yeah, clear.
But yeah, enjoy
MC.
the football. Enjoy the football, boys.
Yeah. Just any questions, just hit us on our socials. We'll be We'll be putting on Friday, as I said earlier, and we'll get the pod out ASAP. So thank you for listening. Thank you, ABK, for taking your time out.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you, Anwar.
Yeah, it's always been a pleasure.
And thank you to everyone. We are FPL Kopi Talk signing out.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.